Well, Singapore has the highest rate of fractures caused by osteoporosis in Asia, a disease where bones deteriorate and become more fragile. This is set to rise by over 57% by 2035.
Women have higher rates of osteoporosis.
Certain medications increase the risk of developing osteoporosis. And could you name some of these medications?
Sure, Risa. Probably the most common.
Imagine a world where broken bones heal faster, osteoporosis is a thing of the past, and you never have to worry about brittle bones again. Sounds too good to be true? Well, buckle up because we're about to dive into Dr. Barbara O'Neill's natural bone healing secrets that are turning the medical world upside down.
Vitamins and minerals. And there's not a big stockpile of vegetables out in the backyard that they're making them from.
Hey there, health warriors. Welcome back to our channel, where we're always on the hunt for natural healing truths. Today, we're cracking open a topic that's been rattling around in the health world for far too long, bone health. But we're not just talking about any old bone talk. No, sir. We're diving deep into the revolutionary teachings of Dr. Barbara O'Neill, a naturopath who's been shaking up the medical establishment with her natural bone healing secrets. Let's start with the elephant in the room, the great calcium myth.
I'm going to explain to you how calcium and magnesium must be in balance. The scale has been tipped in favor of calcium far too long, as magnesium is the mineral that needs more exposure.
You know how we've all been told that calcium supplements are the be-all and end-all of bone health? Well, according to Dr. O'Neill, that's a load of hogwash. In fact, she argues that calcium supplements can actually deplete calcium from your bones.
Calcium supplements, the best thing you can do with them is put them in the bin. Do you call it a bin? In America, they call it a trash can. I just want to be really clear here. Rubbish. In fact, in the book, The Calcium Lie, Dr. Robert Thompson, he actually says that calcium supplements can deplete even more calcium out of your bones. The pharmaceutical companies, they make all these drugs, then they've got another section. Guess what's in another section? Vitamins and minerals. And there's not a big stockpile of vegetables out in the backyard that they're making them from. They're in a form that your body can't act.
So, what's causing this bone health crisis? Dr. O'Neill points to three main culprits: poor nutrition, excessive consumption of processed foods, and our over-reliance on pharmaceutical solutions. It's like we're trying to build a fortress with cardboard and wondering why it keeps falling down. First up, poor nutrition. In our modern world of fast food and microwave dinners, we're simply not getting the nutrients our bones need. Our ancestors ate a diet rich in whole foods, packed with minerals and vitamins. They didn't have access to supplements, yet they had stronger bones than we do. Next, processed foods.
Ultra-processed foods make up more than half of the calories that Americans consume.
These convenient little packages of deliciousness are actually bone destroyers in disguise. They're often high in phosphorus, which can bind to calcium and prevent its absorption. Plus, they're usually acidic, which forces your body to leach calcium from your bones to neutralize the acid. It's like your bones are a bank, and processed foods are making constant withdrawals. And finally, our reliance on pharmaceutical solutions. Now, don't get me wrong, modern medicine has its place, but when it comes to bone health, popping a pill isn't the answer. These synthetic solutions often come with a host of side effects and don't address the root cause of the problem. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a broken arm. It might look like you're doing something, but it's not really solving the issue. So what's the solution? Well, according to Dr. O'Neill, it's all about getting back to basics. And it starts with what's on your plate. Remember those dark green leafy vegetables your mom always told you to eat? Turns out she was on to something. These green powerhouses are packed with not just calcium, but also magnesium and vitamin K, all crucial players in the bone health game. Let's talk about spinach for a second. This humble leaf contains more than just iron. It's loaded with calcium, magnesium, and vitamin K. 1 cup of cooked spinach contains about 250 milligrams of calcium. That's a quarter of your daily needs right there. And the best part? Your body can absorb this calcium much more easily than it can from supplements. But it's not just spinach. Kale, collard greens, and Swiss chard are all bone-building superstars. And let's not forget about broccoli. This little green tree is not only rich in calcium, but also contains sulforaphane, a compound that may help prevent osteoarthritis. Now here's where things get really interesting. Dr. O'Neill drops a bombshell about sunlight and bone health. It's essential for vitamin D production, which helps your body absorb calcium. But wait, I can hear you asking, isn't too much sun bad for you? Well, yes and no. Like most things in life, it's all about balance. Dr. O'Neill recommends getting about 20 minutes of direct sunlight on your skin each day. That's enough to boost your vitamin D levels without increasing your risk of skin cancer. And here's a fun fact. Your body can produce up to 10,000 IU of vitamin D from just 30 minutes of summer sun exposure. That's way more than you'd get from any supplement. Now brace yourselves for this next bit. Dr. O'Neill reveals some common foods in America that are actually leaching minerals from your bones. I'm talking about those sugary sodas, excessive caffeine, and processed foods that we all love to indulge in. They're like little bone thieves sneaking away with your precious minerals when you're not looking. Let's talk about soda for a second. These fizzy drinks are a double whammy for your bones. First, they're often loaded with phosphoric acid, which can interfere with calcium absorption. Second, the high sugar content can increase calcium excretion through urine. It's like your bones are a bucket with holes and soda is poking even more holes in it. And caffeine? Oh, your morning Joe might be perking you up, but it's bringing your bones down. Excessive caffeine intake can interfere with calcium absorption and increase calcium excretion. Now, I'm not saying you need to give up your coffee entirely. Even Dr. O'Neill isn't that cruel. But maybe switch to decaf after your second cup, okay? But don't despair. Dr. O'Neill has some tasty solutions up her sleeve. Enter sesame seeds and chickpeas, the dynamic duo of bone health. These little powerhouses are packed with calcium, zinc, and manganese, all essential for keeping your bones strong and healthy. Let's start with sesame seeds. These tiny seeds pack a mighty punch when it comes to bone health. They're not only rich in calcium, but also contain zinc, which is crucial for bone metabolism. Just 1 ounce of sesame seeds contains about 280 milligrams of calcium. That's more than a glass of milk. Try sprinkling them on your salads, blending them into smoothies, or using tahini, sesame seed paste, as a spread. And then we have chickpeas, the humble star of hummus. These legumes are rich in manganese, a mineral that's essential for bone formation. They're also a great source of protein, which is important for bone health. Studies have shown that a diet high in plant-based proteins can help maintain bone mineral density. So go ahead, whip up a batch of homemade hummus or toss some chickpeas into your next salad. Your bones will thank you. Now here's a surprising twist. Unrefined salt is actually good for your bones. I'm not talking about that processed table salt though. We're talking Celtic or Himalayan salt, which contains a complex array of minerals that your bones crave. It's like a mineral buffet for your skeleton. You see, unrefined salt contains trace minerals like magnesium, potassium, and silicon, all of which play a role in bone health. Plus, salt helps your body maintain the right pH balance, which is crucial for calcium absorption. So don't be afraid to season your food. Just make sure you're using the good stuff. Now let's talk about exercise. No, I'm not going to tell you to start lifting heavy weights or running marathons. Dr. O'Neill has a much more fun solution: rebounding.
If you're not used to the rebound, you just start with this. This is just your health bounce. And then as you get more confident and stronger, you can start leaping.
That's right. Jumping on a mini trampoline can be twice as effective as running for building bone density. And it's a lot easier on your joints too. But it's not all about what you do. It's also about what you don't do. Dr. O'Neill warns against bone-depleting substances like caffeine, as we mentioned earlier, refined sugar, alcohol, and tobacco. These sneaky substances can leach minerals from your bones faster than you can say osteoporosis. Let's talk about alcohol for a second. While a glass of red wine might have some health benefits, excessive alcohol consumption can interfere with calcium absorption and decrease bone formation. It can also affect the production of hormones that are important for bone health. And don't even get me started on smoking. Not only does it increase the risk of osteoporosis, but it also slows down the production of bone-forming cells called osteoblasts. Plus, it decreases the absorption of calcium from your diet. Now, here's something that might surprise you. Sleep is crucial for bone health. That's right. Catching those ZDs is doing more than just recharging your batteries. During deep sleep, your body goes into repair mode, and that includes repairing and rebuilding your bones. Studies have shown that chronic sleep deprivation can lead to decreased bone formation and increased bone resorption. In other words, not getting enough sleep can make your bones weaker over time. So make sure you're getting those 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. Your bones will thank you. In the meantime, it's up to us to take charge of our own health. Remember, knowledge is power, and now you have the knowledge to build bones of steel, naturally. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more health secrets.